So difficult.
Excuse me, Niles, but I've got news for you. Copernicus called, and you are not the center of the universe.
I love democracy. I love the Republic.
The main thing is to protect these characters, make sure that they still continue to live in the way that you created them, and that the universe of Star Wars continues to grow.
So this is interesting development. As you know, Kathleen Kennedy and her husband Frank Marshall put their showcase house in the hills above Malibu Beach on sale for $18.5 million, and they dropped the price to $16.9, which is almost $2 million. I'm not going to say it's priced to sell yet, but it's getting in the ballpark. It's been on the market for over a month, and when a listing sits on the market that long, it tends to grow cobwebs and stale, and it doesn't seem like they're in that big of a hurry to sell, but it also doesn't seem like they're in a rush to keep the place either. So what does that say? They are in the mood to sell it. You can speculate why. Either, they don't have a need for it anymore because they won't be having the big cocktail fundraiser parties that they had there. They've got that place in Pacific Palisades, which has been priced at about $38 million, and I've seen it actually priced more, but that's not for sale. And I'm not even sure that they still own it. There's something about that place that says they're connected to it still, but that's through photographs on Instagram and my snooping. So they're getting rid of the place that they probably used to booze and schmooze the rank and file producers and studio execs in Hollywood, the cocktail set, the C-suite. And again, you can sit there and say what you want, but I'll show you.
There are three indispensable people without whom none of us would be here tonight. And that starts with the person who created Indiana Jones, George Lucas. The person who is Indiana Jones, Harrison Ford. And the person who is the glue to all five of these films that gave us all of our rhythm and all of our melody, the great maestro, John Williams.
To be honest, if you honestly think he just forgot about them standing there, you are the dumbest human being on the planet and should get off of YouTube and X and go take a walk, because that was a political hit job. That was a social hit job done by the guy that basically everything in Hollywood runs through him, Steven Spielberg, okay? He canceled them in that moment. All you gotta do is look at the look on Frank Marshall's face. He knew it. Kennedy knew it. She was huge. I mean, look at the look on her face. She was so embarrassed, she just didn't even know what to do and used George Lucas as a crash helmet. Okay, so what's going on? Well, the house they're selling was the house they probably, again, like I said, they schmoozed and boozed the elites of Hollywood there, okay? Meetings, cocktail parties, fundraisers for the Democrat Party. Maybe they even had Governor Newsom there. Again, remember, Kathleen Kennedy's parents were connected to Jerry Brown and Pat Brown, his father. Okay, so she's been involved in left-wing politics in California ever since she was a little girl through her parents. So that's probably what it was for. But with the fact of the matter is, what Steven Spielberg did to them in front of the industry in Hollywood, it was pretty much, they're no longer welcome. So they don't need the house anymore. So they dropped the price to $16.5 million, and we'll see where it goes. Hopefully they'll get a nibble. Because I do think that when they sell it, we might hear more about her next move as far as where she's going to end up. I personally think they'll probably move to New York, or maybe they'll stay in California because, again, like I said, they are connected to Pacific Palisades, a house that's worth has been estimated, I think, by the tax assessor to be worth $38 million or so in Pacific Palisades.
Oh, she's horrible. I've made a ghastly, ghastly mistake. Not one more crooked word. Your tongue could open a wine bottle.
Not an agent. It's not like she worships the devil.
Well, she doesn't have to. He worships her.
As far as the leaks about Kennedy having been dried up, I think that basically they're using this time to basically straighten out what she's broken. I think that her job is basically, like I said before, to report in, tell the flying or the horsemen what she's doing every day, and basically she's got busy work, but she's not running Lucasfilm anymore. And what bothers me so much is the fact that we've got people out there talking about Dave Filoni stabbing both Jon Favreau and George Lucas in the back. I mean, even people that know better are doing it. And, they're guilty of, I think, libel for attacking Filoni like that. And I would just put out a warning if I was Disney, saying, if you sit there and say stuff like this, we may come after you with our lawyers. And the reason simply is it's not true. Okay, look, Bob Iger has got a lot of issues to fix at the Walt Disney Company itself. And we got to remember that while Star Wars and Lucasfilm are a department and they are an incredible drag on the company, they're not the only thing. He announced yesterday they were going to put $60 million into the parks, and the stock went down. It's like, why, they're trying to fix what's broken. They probably are going to sell ABC, which is fine. Probably figure out a way to license with ABC, because the Walt Disney Company has always been connected to ABC, and it's silly for them not to have a finger out there in linear TV and in that format. So we'll see where that goes. Of course, Disney denied it, but they need the money, and I think that they probably will end up selling ABC, maybe even ESPN. Okay, it's gotten that bad because they have to fix the core businesses. And when I look at it, Lucasfilm could be a core business of Disney if they right the ship. And my review of Ahsoka, episode 6, is up. I think they are trying to right the ship there. And I take umbrage with the lies and rumors being perpetrated about that show. And I'll probably talk about that in a live stream later. Okay, so yeah, she dropped the price on the house. This is Steph signing out. I'll see you around the galaxy.